My girlfriend declared in the middle of a heated fight that he mattered more to her than I did, and that being around me made her feel threatened. The words cut deep, but I stayed silent and simply faded from her world without a word. Then, one quiet evening, a gentle knock echoed at my side gate. When I opened it, her sister stood there, clutching something tightly. What she revealed to me that night shattered every assumption I had held. My name is Daniel. I'm 31, and I own a modest yet thriving woodworking shop here in Portland. It's nothing extravagant, just bespoke pieces, custom cabinetry, and house remodeling projects. I've been at it for roughly 6 years, ever since I quit my soul-crushing sales position in the corporate world. I couldn't take the endless scheming, the phony grins, or the constant discussions about having more discussions. Building things with my own hands, turning raw wood into something lasting. That's what gives me purpose. I've always been the steady type. Head down, effort in, integrity first. Perhaps that's exactly why those words struck me so brutally. Lauren and I had been together close to 3 years. We crossed paths at a friend's summer cookout in 2021, and I fell hard and fast. She was vibrant, impulsive, forever chasing the next thrill, qualities I lacked completely. We seemed to complement one another, or at least that's how it appeared. She thrived in marketing, adored the unpredictable energy of her role. I respected her passion for it. We discussed sharing a home, even toured apartments in the arts district. I was prepared to commit fully. I'd begun setting money aside for a house deposit, trimming costs, picking up weekend gigs. I wanted stability, something genuine we could rely on. But one name kept surfacing, Troy. They were colleagues at a downtown marketing agency, and she mentioned him nonstop. Troy suggested this. Troy believes that. Troy dreamed up an amazing pitch today. Initially, it didn't bother me. I convinced myself jealousy wasn't my style. I had faith in her. That trust turned out to be my biggest error. The cracks appeared on a Tuesday evening toward the end of September 26th, precisely. We'd planned a simple dinner at my home. Just homemade pasta, a bottle of red, perhaps a film afterward. She arrived 60 minutes behind schedule, offered a half-hearted sorry, and barely engaged, glued to her phone instead. I watched her type, grin at the glow, entirely absent from our time together. Eventually, I asked what was distracting her. Just work, she replied, eyes fixed downward. Work involving Troy? I pressed, keeping calm. Her expression shifted to irritation, as if I'd accused her unfairly. Why do you keep doing this? Doing what? Acting as though I'm guilty of something. Troy is simply a colleague, Daniel. Nothing more. We collaborate daily. We need to stay in touch. Honestly, your suspicion gets old fast. I desperately wanted to accept her explanation. I truly did. So I let it go. Dinner ended in awkward quiet, and she departed sooner than planned, citing an early client call. I washed the plates by myself, gazing at the leftover wine, questioning when everything had begun to drift. 14 days afterward, the deception became clear, not merely that Troy was a friend, but far worse. It happened on a Saturday in mid-October, the 14th. I decided to surprise her at her place with coffee and pastries from her favorite spot on Hawthorne. She had handed me a key months earlier, insisting her home was open to me. Stepping inside, I caught laughter drifting from the living area, soft, cozy laughter. I halted at the threshold, bags dangling. There they were on the sofa. No embrace, no contact, yet positioned far too near, her palm resting on his leg, both absorbed in his laptop screen. The atmosphere felt off, overly intimate, too natural. They startled at my presence. Daniel, Lauren leapt up, cheeks burning. I wasn't expecting you. Obviously. I glanced at Troy. He at least had the grace to appear uneasy. He snapped the laptop shut. Hey, buddy, he muttered. Just wrapping some work items. On a weekend? I responded evenly. Deadline's Monday, Lauren interjected swiftly. Far too swiftly. This project's intense. New client, big push. Troy came here to focus away from the office noise. I placed the coffee and pastries down. My fingers trembled. I'll get out of your way. Daniel, come on, don't act like that. But I was already heading for the exit. She called after me. I never looked back. I climbed into my pickup and headed home, clutching the wheel until my hands ached. Update 1. She phoned that evening. I ignored it. Texts followed. Can we discuss this? You're blowing it out of proportion. Nothing occurred. You're overreacting completely. Overreacting. The phrase stung sharply. I stared at the screen for ages before ringing her the following morning. Tell me the truth, Lauren, no more lies. She exhaled heavily, that familiar, exasperated breath. Nothing is happening. Troy and I are just friends. Colleagues. Your insecurity is wearing me out. Then why do I feel like an outsider in my own relationship? You create that feeling yourself. Daniel, the world doesn't revolve around you. I have my own circle, friends, career. You behave as if I should revolve solely around us. That's unfair. Still, I pressed on. Are you attracted to him? A long pause stretched out. I could hear her inhale. Lauren, I don't know anymore. Honestly, he understands parts of me you miss. My heart squeezed. What exactly does he understand? You're always so measured, so guarded. You overthink every detail. Troy brings energy. He embraces chances. He makes life exciting. He doesn't interrogate my every move. I never claimed that. You didn't need to. The argument dragged on another 20 minutes. Round and round. Her justifying Troy, me struggling to grasp the shift. She accused me of being possessive, distrustful, stifling. Finally came the line I'll carry forever. You know what? Maybe he does mean more to me than you do. Maybe that's the reality you're avoiding. And frankly, Daniel, the tone you're using right now makes me feel threatened. Threatened. I hadn't raised my voice. I hadn't intimidated her. I'd only sought the truth, trying to preserve us. But that single word, threatened, slammed everything shut. I understood its weight, its implications. It terrified me. I said nothing more. I ended the call. Then I blocked her everywhere, phone, socials, all of it, and vanished from her existence. I believed that closed the chapter. I believed it was finished. 3 weeks passed in silence. I buried myself in projects, accepted more commissions, kept moving. I crafted a tailored bookcase for someone in Selwood, restored an antique table, began sketches for a full kitchen overhaul. Friends inquired. I kept it brief. We split. It wasn't right anymore. Different paths. They assured me I'd chosen wisely, that better awaited. I wasn't convinced. Certain nights, sleep evaded me. I'd replay her words, question if I'd exaggerated, if I needed to push more. Then, November 8th, just past 8, a knock sounded at my gate. Not the main door. My gate. My modest home in Montevilla has a fenced yard. The gate creaks on opening. I assumed a package or a neighbor in need. I unlatched it to find Amber, Lauren's younger sister, waiting. At 26, she nursed at OHSU, and we'd always clicked. She'd joined us for meals. She'd even assisted with Lauren's birthday present the prior year. Tonight she appeared rattled, eyes swollen and raw from crying. Amber, what happened? Are you all right? She lifted her phone with unsteady fingers. I have to show you this. May I step inside? Update 2. We settled in the living room. She shook, gripping the device as though it burned. I brewed her chamomile, the only tea on hand, and gave her space to begin. After several minutes, she spoke softly. I discovered these on Lauren's computer, she murmured. I wasn't prying, I promise. She asked me to retrieve a document for a work presentation while she was out. When I checked her messages for the file, I stumbled across her chats with Troy. She passed me the phone. It displayed captured texts. My gut twisted as I read. Troy, when will you finally tell him? Lauren, unsure. He's so needy. It drains me. Whenever I want breathing room, he turns it dramatic. Troy, you promised to end it weeks back. What's holding you? Lauren, I realize. I need to sort the finances first. Finances. I spread through me. I continued scrolling. Troy, remind me, how much is in his savings? Lauren, about $40,000. He saved it all for a house deposit. Brags nonstop. It's kind of sad. Troy, excellent. Once you secure it, walk away. Cabo awaits, remember? My friend has the beach place lined up. My fingers numbed. My sight swam. More messages followed, each uglier. Lauren, lying to him eats at me. But he's dull. So routine. I can't keep pretending. He wants to settle here forever, craft wood, lead a tiny existence. That's not my dream. Troy, stay focused. Grab the cash, then freedom. You deserve more than a woodworker who can't swing a decent trip. Lauren, you're right. Thank you for waiting. I met Amber's gaze. Tears flowed anew down her cheeks. There's additional, she breathed. She's spreading stories that you're domineering, emotionally cruel, refusing to let go post-breakup. She's constructing a narrative so no one sides with you if you resist. I overheard her speaking with Troy 3 days prior. They're scheming. Nausea hit hard. What scheme? Details unclear. But she brought up a protective order. Claimed it would frighten you into cooperating. Her precise phrase. Why share this with me? I croaked. Because you're decent, Daniel. You treated her, and us, with kindness. My sister has become unrecognizable. Maybe she always was, hidden. She's plotting a false protective order to pressure you for cash. She confessed it to Troy last night. I was nearby. I caught every word. I leaned back, reality spinning. A protective order? Based on what? Accusations of harassment, threats, unwanted visits. She knows the optics. Large, reserved man who won't move on. Expects sympathy. She even rehearsed sobs while on with Troy. I listened to her practice her police statement. My pulse raced. I haven't reached out since the split. Zero contact. I cut all ties. Exactly. That's the reason I'm here. Protect yourself. She's unstable, Daniel. And cornered. Update 3. The following day, I met a lawyer, Greg, a former classmate who owed me. I'd constructed his backyard deck 2 years earlier, declined payment, said call me if trouble arises. Now trouble had. I presented the forwarded screenshots Amber sent. This shows intent, he stated, expression hard. Fraud, possibly attempted extortion via coercion. Grave matter, Daniel. Very grave. How should I proceed? Record every detail meticulously. Zero contact, no replies, no calls. Should she pursue the order, counter with proof. If she targets your funds, pursue charges. Financial access? She knows my bank name. Discussed shared accounts once, never happened. Smart. Relocate funds immediately, new institution, new account. Keep it secret. Swap locks if she holds a copy. Add surveillance if absent. That afternoon, I transferred savings to a distant credit union account. Upgraded locks, fitted Ring cameras at key spots, entry points, gate, drive, and logged movements. Contacts religiously for proof. It felt excessive, but Greg insisted. 2 days on, Lauren messaged from an unknown number. We should speak. I regret everything. I miss us. Can we meet? I know I wounded you. No reply. Captured it. Forwarded to Greg. Blocked. 60 minutes later, another number. I understand your rage, but I'm frightened. Troy isn't the person I believed. He's exploiting me. Daniel, please. I require assistance. I require you. Still silent. Then a call from a third number. Ignored. Voicemail left. I listened despite myself. Daniel, I'm begging. I ruined everything. Massive mistake. Troy twisted my thoughts, pushed me to say awful things, devise plans. None of it was real. I need funds to escape him. Only $5,000. I'll repay, swear it. Please, I'm pleading. No one else to ask. You're the sole person who truly loved me. Her tone cracked, sobs evident. For a fleeting moment, doubt crept in. Then the authentic messages resurfaced, the ones never meant for my eyes. I erased the recording after sending Greg a copy. Next day, she appeared at my residence. Workshop in the rear, phone alerted me. I monitored via camera, her pounding the gate, weeping, shouting my name. She seemed wrecked, mascara streaked, hair wild. Daniel, please. I see your truck. You're there. Talk to me. I'm deeply sorry. Anything. Please. I remained still, watching, heart hammering, refusing to budge. 10 minutes passed. She retreated. Lingered in her vehicle 20 more, gazing at the gate, then departed. That evening, Amber rang. She discovered I informed you. She trembled. She checked my phone. Saw our exchanges. She's enraged. Called me a traitor, destroyer. Evicted me from our shared place. Crashing with a friend. I'm sorry this touched you, Amber. Never intended harm. No apologies needed. I'm relieved I spoke. But caution, Daniel. Desperation drives reckless acts. Truly reckless. Final update. Climax arrived November 22nd. Greg phoned at 10. She lodged the protective order. Hearing tomorrow, 2 p.m. But wait. Troy reported her to police this morning. What for? She siphoned $8,000 from his account overnight, assumed undetected. Charges incoming. During questioning, she pointed at you. Claimed manipulation, financial control, forced actions. I laughed aloud. The ridiculousness overwhelmed. She persists, huh? Indeed. But finished. Records confirm timing. Your whereabouts verified. Beaverton site, 3 witnesses. She's trapped. Hearing moved swiftly. I arrived armed. Captures, chronology, recordings, all. Lauren appeared with hasty counsel. She looked drained, broken, hopeless. Yet once the judge reviewed proofs, messages, schemes, Troy's filing, theft documentation, done. Order rejected. Judge cautioned. False filings invite prosecution, possible libel action. Her attorney appeared humiliated. She exited court weeping, unsteady steps. Victory felt absent. Only exhaustion remained. Deep exhaustion. 7 days later, Amber shared Lauren relocated to her parents in Seattle. Job terminated. Dismissed over theft, scandal. Troy severed contact fully, mulling lawsuit. Portland marketing circles shunned her. Gossip spreads quickly. Me? Sold a pair of custom tables that week. Landed a home office commission in Laurelhurst. Resumed workouts. Even tried coffee with a woman from the lumber yard. Casual, light. Felt like reclaiming myself. Occasionally Lauren crosses my mind. Not rage, nearer sorrow. She craved thrill, wealth, polished appearances. Sought quick routes, borrowed funds. Reaped emptiness, forfeited all. Amber and I chat occasionally. She's steadier, secured her own place, severed Lauren ties entirely. Coffee last week. She expressed gratitude for my openness, no resentment. Karma may or may not exist, but truth prevails. Foundations of deceit crumble. Lies collapse eventually. Truth arrives. Some inquired if Lauren resurfaced. 3 months on, a fake profile request, Sarah Mitchell, sunset avatar. Recognized her linked email. Blocked instantly. Troy relocated south, San Diego, reportedly. Farewell to them both. Edit 3. Life is solid now. Stronger, truly. Business flourishes. Crafting a bespoke media unit for a client's theater room. Walking away sometimes preserves you. Living fully often serves as the sharpest response.